Imagine a battlefield shrouded in smoke, the air thick with the stench of gunpowder. The year is 1813. At Leipzig, a city in modern-day Germany, hundreds of thousands of soldiers are locked in a desperate struggle. Napoleon Bonaparte, the Emperor of the French, faces his greatest challenge yet. His Grande Armée, once invincible, is now battered and bruised after a disastrous campaign in Russia. Arrayed against him stands a coalition of enemies: Russia, Prussia, Austria, and Sweden. The Battle of Leipzig, also known as the Battle of Nations, is one of the largest and most significant battles in human history. Over 4 days in October 1813, these massive armies clashed in a maelstrom of blood and steel. The thunder of artillery echoed across the plains, while infantry regiments marched in tight formations, muskets blazing. Join us as we journey back in time to the Battle of Leipzig, a battle that changed the course of history. To understand the Battle of Leipzig, we must first step back and examine the events that led to this epic confrontation. For years, Europe had been embroiled in war, fueled by the ambitions of Napoleon Bonaparte. From the sun-baked fields of Spain to the frozen wastelands of Russia, Napoleon's armies had marched, carrying with them the ideals of the French Revolution. Napoleon's conquests had redrawn the map of Europe, but his victories came at a terrible cost. Millions had perished in his wars, and the nations of Europe groaned under the weight of his rule. By 1813, a sense of resentment and resistance had begun to stir among the conquered peoples. In 1812, Napoleon made his most fateful mistake. He invaded Russia with a grand army of over 600,000 men. The Russian campaign proved to be a disaster. The vast distances, the scorched earth tactics of the Russian army, and the brutal Russian winter decimated the French forces. The stage was set for a showdown. By the autumn of 1813, both sides had assembled massive armies near Leipzig. Napoleon, despite the losses he had suffered in Russia, still commanded a formidable force, numbering around 190,000 men. His opponents, the allied armies of Russia, Prussia, Austria, and Sweden, outnumbered him significantly, with over 380,000 troops under their command. The battle began on the 16th of October, 1813, with a series of engagements south of Leipzig. Napoleon, a master tactician, initially held his own against the Allied onslaught. His artillery, skillfully deployed, inflicted heavy casualties on the advancing enemy ranks. However, the Allies, bolstered by their numerical superiority, fought with incredible ferocity. The Russian troops, hardened by their experiences fighting Napoleon's armies, displayed great tenacity and resilience. The Prussian soldiers, eager to avenge their earlier defeats at the hands of the French, fought with a patriotic zeal. The Austrian troops played a crucial role in pinning down French units and preventing Napoleon from achieving a decisive breakthrough. As the battle raged, the scale of the fighting became almost unimaginable. On the second day of the battle, the fighting intensified. Napoleon, realizing he was outnumbered and outmaneuvered, went on the offensive. He launched a series of desperate attacks against the Allied lines, hoping to achieve a breakthrough. The fighting was particularly fierce around the villages of Wachau, Mockern, and Liebertwolkwitz. The soldiers on both sides fought with extraordinary courage and determination. For many, it was a fight for survival. The wounded lay scattered across the battlefield, their cries for help drowned out by the din of battle. Medics, their white coats stained crimson with blood, worked tirelessly to tend to the injured. Amidst the chaos and carnage, individual acts of heroism shone through. As the sun began to set on the second day of battle, it became clear that Napoleon's situation was becoming desperate. The Battle of Leipzig raged for 2 more days, with both sides suffering heavy losses. Finally, on October 19th, Napoleon, realizing that defeat was inevitable, ordered his battered army to retreat. His once grand army, now reduced to a shadow of its former self, limped back towards France, harried by the victorious Allies. The Battle of Leipzig marked a turning point in the Napoleonic Wars. It shattered the myth of Napoleon's invincibility and signaled the beginning of the end for his empire. The Allied victory at Leipzig had profound consequences for the future of Europe. In the aftermath of Napoleon's defeat, the Congress of Vienna convened, aiming to redraw the map of Europe and prevent future conflicts. While the Congress succeeded in restoring a semblance of order to the continent, it also sowed the seeds of future discord. The Battle of Leipzig, though largely forgotten today, stands as a stark reminder of the human cost of war. The battlefields around Leipzig, once echoing with the din of battle, now stand silent, a testament to the horrors of war and the enduring human desire for peace. The Battle of Leipzig stands as a pivotal moment in European history. It marked the end of an era, the twilight of Napoleon's empire, and the dawn of a new age. What are your thoughts on this epic clash of empires? How do you think it shaped the course of history? Share your perspectives in the comments below. Let's spark a conversation about this monumental event. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Battle of Leipzig, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the past. Until next time, keep exploring history.